and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my GPS.
Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants, Heart of David, you know it takes just one.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams in today's game have a variety of ways of getting it done on offense. Both are top 10 in total yards. It's the Vikings going up against the Jets. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. Spinning past him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hopkins the man in motion right. Throwing, Hundley. They'll roll him out right. And his first look is incomplete. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
In motion right is Hopkins. Now Hundley. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. On the ground with a tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Newton. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off play action. Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Their dangerous wide receiver, 76 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now, after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Quickly now, a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Michael Kendricks is an inside linebacker who can roam sideline to sideline and make plays.
Play action. It's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long. It's Newton. He's got time. Looking deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's got to just for driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they could line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Here we go!
And the wideout in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Hundley. And that'll be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing, Hundley. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects.
And this is caught. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the I. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They run again with Michael. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Newton. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Whoosh. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Second down following the incompletion. And the back goes into motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? So Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make...
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A very solid gain of 27. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now West, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
To throw is Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They fake the give. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Halfback sent in motion. They will go for it. Now Newton. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The slot man in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A final shot before the break. Newton sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to throw this one out. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Now it's Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Newton now to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing, Hundley. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
Now Hundley buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. They start on the ground with West. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watkins alone on the left side. To throw is Newton. He was looking for his running back, Charkandrick West, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion, Patterson. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he comes back with one complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all, but the teammates, the other guys.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Kendricks in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They fake the give. Newton backing up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Their dangerous wide receiver, an even 90 yards. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out now come the Jets. On the run, this is Michael. And he's got room. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's West. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Hopkins, the man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Play action. It's Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kristen Michael was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out, and that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Throwing, Hundley. This will be caught at about the 5. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Now Hundley being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. This is taken at the 15. Back now here on EA Sports.
Come on now. Ready?
They come out here in the eye. They go for a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
20.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a pretty play right there, and what I'm thankful for is it wasn't me in that situation, because one of the toughest things about defending the deep ball is not panicking, because the longer you run with a receiver, you're trying to figure out, am I close to him? Can I make a play on the football? Will I be there when the ball actually arrives, what we call the moment of truth? And in this case, the defender did not panic, stayed right with it, and batted it away.
Fielded at the 33. Look at this spin.
Balance.
There he goes right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And he knocks it through. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. They go to Michael again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is West. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to set up his blockers. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Defense showing blitz.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the 2 of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion right is Hopkins. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He shakes him off. Time for a break. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll roll him out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. He won't go down. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And a gain there of 11 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the side?
Kendrick West. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Let's go! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round!
Hopkins, the man in motion right.
Flex round!
1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Come on, let's
They'll
round!
put 2
Flex
receivers
round!
left, 2 to the right.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
And the wideout in motion. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he slings one that's incomplete. connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go!
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Hundley. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing, Hundley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 46 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.